And you also know what that means. That means the YouTube camera is on you.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
You will be immortalized on YouTube now for this rant.
I'm excited.
So today's topic I have chosen for you, after your comments in previous weeks on the Cheerios discussion, is breakfast cereal.
Breakfast cereal. Todd, this is one of my favorites. What am I holding here?
Lucky Charms, Jeff.
That is correct.
You
And
gave them free publicity earlier.
I did. And what does this say?
Calcium, vitamins, nutrition highlights. Lots of 11 grams of sugar, Jeff.
And what does this
More
say?
magic
What
with
is-
mini charms.
That's right. Here's the thing. The reason why I chose to rant on breakfast cereal this week was because they mess with my Lucky Charms. Number one, they changed the box to all this nutritional information that I have to deal with now. And the second thing is they made the marshmallows smaller, even though spinning it to say they got more. There's no more marshmallows in here. They just made them smaller.
They give you 20% more marshmallows that are 50% smaller.
And when you mess with my Lucky Charms, I get angry. And I think that's understandable.
How much sugar's in there?
Now let's go to the beginning.
Okay.
I've got that. First, the cost. I brought an 11.5-ounce box in here for $4.29. $4.29. If this were gasoline, it would have cost $9.13 a gallon. That's ridiculous. There's nothing worth that much money. And which is harder to get to, drilling into the depths of the Gulf of Mexico or whacking some corn and some wheat off central Iowa? It's ludicrous. And what do you see here, Todd? You just read it off? A good source of calcium and vitamin D? Really? With milk it is. It's not the cereal. There's scant amount of calcium and vitamin D in the cereal, but when you add milk, presto, you get vitamin D and calcium. And it goes up to 25% the daily requirements. With milk. It's got to be with milk. And when you eat the cereal, what if you're lactose intolerant and you need to use like ice, something else like orange juice with it? Are you going to get a ton of milk over top of that? No way. And Mom, you don't have to say it. I am lactose intolerant. Calcium and vitamin D, my foot. And what else do you see here? Look at this. What else do you see up there? You need glasses.
110 calories.
No, 190 milligrams of sodium.
Oh,
Sorry
sodium.
about that. And now we've heard about sodium and salt earlier today, right?
Yes.
But I didn't expect to get it in my cereal. It's not like this is salty. Now, if we heard about sodium, or if we heard about my
It's
chicken
way better
noodles,
than your bacon, man.
well, if we heard about my chicken noodle soup that had which has 2 grams of sodium, I'm impressed. But cereal, saying that cereal is low in sodium is like saying that there's less quiet time at Chuck E. Cheese's than a library. I didn't expect quiet time at Chuck E. Cheese's. I don't expect sodium in my cereal.
Are you done?
I'm not done.
Oh, for crying out
Also,
loud.
they make all their nutritional measurements on 3/4 of a cup. Do you know what 3/4 of a cup is? That's 3/4 of a cup.
This is radio.
It's ridiculous.
You just
No, we
pour it
got
on
a
the ground.
YouTube. We got a YouTube video. So the claim of 110 calories, you can't go by that. And let's look at the sugars real quickly. You asked. There's 22 carbohydrates, 11 sugars. And then they have this category, other sugars or other carbohydrates.
We need to buy another hour at a time.
What are they? There's modified cornstarch. Modified how? And there's corn syrup, dextrose, more cornstarch, and this time it's not modified. It just, I don't understand why they got to put so much sugar. And do you know what the
This is longer than Obama's speech, for crying out loud. And he said nothing.
Do you know
You're saying
what,
nothing.
do you know what the highest caloric value in cereal is, or how much the
What?
It's peanut butter Panda Puffs from a company called EnviroKids. They took the green factor and made it into peanut butter Panda Puffs.
All right, before we thank our
Okay.
sponsors, I got to tell you a couple things. A, if you weren't eating stinking Lucky Charms, this wouldn't be anywhere near as much of an issue.
That's true.
11 ounces of marshmallows should be the size of a 5-gallon bucket for starters. They're all air. If you ate Cheerios like you're supposed to, it wouldn't be. You'd be fine. Give everybody a banana and a bowl of Cheerios. We would have healthcare reform right there at breakfast, and we wouldn't need to do anything else, Jeff. And it's really isn't all that expensive when you think about it. A box of cereal lasts you a couple of days. $5 for that. It's really way cheaper than going out to eat. But I think we need to thank our sponsors. Wrap it up. Call it a day, Jeff. It was a great day.
Yes.
I'm sure Lucky Charms will be happy for the ad that
Maybe
you
they'll-
put on
maybe they'll
YouTube for
come
crying out loud, and mine for Cheerios. Grape Nuts, by the way, also a great cereal.
What is grape nuts?
It's a grape nut. We'll look it up someday. So our sponsor I'd like to thank. How about Caesars Cove Haven Resort,
Thank you, guys. Biotronic,
Landis Supermarket,
J. Brooke Lewis Family Dentistry.
and Bergey's Auto Group.
Thanks, guys. And we also like to thank Rich Gunning behind the glass.
Thank you, Rich.
And we will be back next week, same time.
Same time, same place, Jeff.
This is The Beat Goes On WMPV 1440 AM.
They didn't mention me.